Latina sorority sister #1, and I beat up Jeff Chang, who intrudes in our bathroom, and it was hilarious. It was so much fun working with Jeff Chang and everybody else. All the guys in there are fun to work with. The writers and the directors were amazing. The casting director asked me, what's going to make you different from everybody else? And my mother's words went through my head, and I was like, I can belch like a guy, because I can beat anybody in my family. And they're like, do it. And so I did it. So then at the callback, he introduced me. He goes, this is Raquel Torres. And the directors were like, I loved your audition tape. And I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing that I actually did that on camera. And then at the callback, I was cast on the spot. So it was fantastic.
Did they ask you to belch again?
No, they didn't. Thank God.
Well, I imagine you look very pretty doing it anyways.
Hopefully. This film is effing hilarious, and everybody should see it. Parents, kids, or not two kids, but, and people my age. I'm 22 years old, and this is that age area. This is college. This is what everybody wants to know what college is supposed to be like and what your 21 run is supposed to be like, and it's perfect.
Well, it sounds like you had a lot of fun making it.
I did. Thank you.
Christine, hi. You were recently in Seven Psychopaths.
I was.
Yes, I love Christopher Walken and Colin Farrell. What was it like working with them? Do you have any interesting stories?
It was awesome working with them. They're really cool guys. The whole cast was mostly male. There were only a few females in it, so the whole vibe of the film is pretty masculine. But they let us do our thing, and they were great to work with.
And what's coming up next for you?
Next, I have Byzantium and a film called Paranoia, which will also be distributed by Relativity. So I'm here to support for 21.
Awesome. Well, you look very beautiful. I love what you're wearing. What are you wearing?
Thanks. I'm wearing Rachel Zoe.
Well, you look very beautiful in it.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about 21 and Over? How did the film come to you? How did you decide to make it?
Well, my partner and I, Todd Lieberman, produced The Fighter for Relativity. And we had tried to do a couple of projects with Scott and John over the years, and we've never had a chance. So when Relativity asked us to read the script and would we be interested in producing Scott and John's first directorial debut, we read it, loved it, and said yes. And that's how we got involved.
And I think the success of Hangover probably also had something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, they wrote The Hangover, and this was really in their wheelhouse and something they really felt comfortable that they could direct and be successful at it. And I think they were.
Oh my God. Did we just kill Jeff Chang?
Yeah, I play a dude named Miller. He's kind of like the guy who he doesn't really have a filter, and all he wants to do is celebrate a 21st birthday with his buddy. And he's got to go hard, and he's funny, and he's awesome, and he's the man.
And you did a lot of partying in the film, it looks.
There's a lot of partying in this film, yeah.
Yes. Did you have fun making it?
Yeah, I had so much fun making this movie, man. It's one of the most fun I've ever had in a...
It sounds like it was one big party.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun, yeah.
And can you tell us about the auditioning process? How did you get the role? How did you come to be part of it?
Yeah, I auditioned. Originally, I was supposed to audition for the part of Casey, and they wanted me to go in there because he's like the guy who gets the girl, and he's, kind of that more romantic lead. And I read the script, and I said, I don't want to read for that part. I want to read for Miller. And that's pretty much how it went.
And you nailed it, and you got it.
Oh, yeah, no, I got it, yeah. Yeah, I think I was the first person cast because I read with a lot of other Caseys, and Jeff Chang, Justin was the first Jeff Chang I ever read with.
How did you come about writing 21 and Over, and how did you come about directing it? Because it's your first directorial debut.
No one was idiotic enough to direct it, so we did it. That's kind of the whole answer. And I wish that was a joke, but it's really not.
No one else would do it, so we did it. Exactly.
And you both wrote it together?
Yes. And we directed together.
And does it have any parallel with your 21st birthdays?
We're not that cool. We're massive dorks, and
our first draft was based on our 21st birthday, and it was like three guys sitting at home watching TV and having a beer, and it wasn't that exciting. It just didn't work.
Not cool at all. So we write what we don't actually live. That's the fun part.
Okay, so how did you get it made? How did that happen?
I think they made it for not very much money. That was a huge help. Literally, if we all pulled all the cash we had right here, that'd be more than our budget for the movie. But that was the fun of it. We like actually working. We like working kind of small and fast, and I think the movie has a sort of immediacy because of that. It feels like a quick movie. There's not a lot of plotting. You just sort of fly through it.
bohemian, free-spirited. Just wanted to go and travel and just chill, really chill.
Can you tell us about the auditioning process? How did you get the role?
Yeah, the auditioning process, I did a bunch of chemistry reads with Skylar, and he already had the role, and I read with him, and we did a bunch of improv, and the directors were very open to us just going off the page. It was really fun, and once I did that process, I was so like this, hoping I would get the role because I had the best time in there. So
nice.
They're incredible writers. They both are so fantastic at directing. They make such a great team, and I love that they're so open to improv and just sort of going off the page and finding your own way in a scene. They're amazing.
What's coming up next? What are you working on next?
I just wrapped a movie called Walk of Shame for Lakeshore with Elizabeth Banks, and it was super fun. I play her best friend in the movie. James Marsden's in it, Gillian Jacobs, Kevin Nealon, so it'll be good.
Hi! Wow, you play the lead in this film.
I know. Wow, man. I can't believe. Why would they choose me? I'm a dummy.
Well, tell us, how did they choose you? Tell us about the auditioning process.
So I was shooting Twilight at the time, so I was up in Squamish, Canada, and my agent sent me the script, and I read it, and I loved it. So I put myself on tape and sent it to the casting directors. Then when I came back, I waited a little bit, and then I auditioned for John and Scott, and then I did a chemistry read with Skylar and Miles, and then I got the part.
Yeah, the directors told me that they were throwing you out of buildings all day long.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like a rag doll. I got my head hit like windowsills. You know, they felt so bad for me. There's a few times they bought me massages.
Oh, that was very sweet of them. Well, it looks like a really fun movie. And do you think there's a sequel in the works, possibly?
I hope so. If they were to make a sequel, I would 100% be on